misinformation and
stop
BS.
attacking
you did it
me,
on the police thing.
Address the issue.
Cable news has long been known for its big personalities and fiery opinions. Sometimes heated debates turn into all-out verbal brawls. And now, Mediaite presents some of the craziest cable news fights to ever air. Number 8. Geraldo Rivera versus Dan Bongino. This one regarding police officers went off topic and real personal, real fast.
To put out misinformation and
stop
BS.
attacking
you did it
me,
on the
punk.
police thing.
Address the issue. Do you have the guts to address the issue and not address? This is not about me. You didn't come on this show to attack me. You came on the show to talk about the issue.
Because again,
do you have a point about the issue?
Using your position of authority.
I'm sick of you, Bongino.
I'm sick of you. That are absolutely outrageous.
Geraldo,
You're
let him
an
talk.
uncontrolled lunatic.
Geraldo,
I'm sorry,
let him talk.
Because you can't go on the air.
I'm an out-of-control
lunatic. Can you calm down? Yeah, you really need to calm down.
I'm a 10-time Emmy winner with
try
deep experience in the Middle East.
Right,
have you ever even been there?
All right, I want to make my point, Sean.
I've covered every war since 1973.
I want to make my point when he stops talking.
Number 7, Zell Miller versus Chris Matthews. During their interview, Matthews' direct questions promoted Miller to challenge him to a duel.
Get out of my face. If you're going to ask me a question, step back and let me answer. You know, I wish we lived in the day where you could challenge a person to a duel. Now that would be pretty good. But don't pull that. Wait a minute. Don't pull that kind of stuff on me like you did that young lady when you had her there browbeating her to death.
Yeah, well,
I'm not her. I'm not her.
Let me tell you, she was suggesting.
You get in my face, I'm going to get back in your face.
Shot himself and I was trying to correct the record.
The only reason you're doing it is because you're standing way over there.
Number 6, Ana Navarro versus Steve Cortes. Republican strategist Ana Navarro and Trump advisor Steve Cortes had a major blow-up on the air during an immigration debate that spiraled into name-calling and some theatrics.
This is the most conservative. This is the most conservative president.
You know, you
since
can do
Ronald
whatever
Reagan.
you want. The fact that I do not
let's get back to the subject matter.
Does not make me laugh.
All right, I
he
hear
might
you
be
on
the most
that, Anna.
conservative president since Calvin Coolidge.
But hold on a
So
second.
if you oppose the conservative policies on this president, you are de facto a leftist.
Demonizing migrants is not a conservative value.
Not a conservative.
Do you think having with a
constitutional
stripper is conservative
judges?
values?
Okay,
Do you think cheating on the stripper with a Playboy bunny is conservative values?
Even if I were to grant you that, okay, the point is the illegal alien crime rate should be 0. It should be, you can do your nails. You know who can't do their nails? Are people who've been killed, Anna, by dangerous, known illegal aliens who've been allowed to stay in this country because of the leftist policies that people like you promote in so-called sanctuary cities
I'm so tired
to allow
of
them to hide in plain sight.
Already. Just because you want to compromise
well, I don't care if you're
your
tired
values.
Of it. Go back to,
Listen, I don't
go
care.
back to filing your nails.
I don't care what you call me. To me, you're practically as irrelevant as Donald
Well, you
Trump
sure seem
Jr.
to care.
Number 5, Bill O'Reilly versus The View. The conversation deteriorated quickly with Whoopi Goldberg and Joy Behar walking off the set in disgust over O'Reilly's Islamophobic remarks.
This is America. Hold it. Listen to me because you'll learn. All right?
Well, why aren't we saying
inappropriate?
Why is it inappropriate when 70 families died?
Muslims killed us on 9/11.
Oh my God! That is.
Muslims didn't kill us on 9/11? Is that what you're saying?
Excuse me, extremists.
What religion were they in?
What religion was Mr. McVeigh? Mr. McVeigh was an extremist as well, and he killed people.
70% of the country.
I don't want to sit here. I don't want to sit here.
You're outraged about Muslims killing us on 9/11.
Number 4, Lauren Duca versus Tucker Carlson. The interview quickly got nasty and unprofessional, producing one of the most infamous cable news segments of the Trump era.
So we do, Tucker, hey, we agree.
We agree. Here is your description of the Trump administration. You wrote this piece in Teen Vogue, which I guess you write for.
Oh, which you guess I write for? Yes, that's not fake news. That's real news. I write for, you guess? Oh, you guess, Tucker? You guess? That's really patronizing.
I haven't read Teen Vogue because I'm not a Teen Vogue.
Well, you have in front of your producers asked me if I wrote for Teen Vogue. You have my Teen Vogue article in front of you. My name is Lauren Duca, and I write for Teen Vogue.
Well, got it.
Number 3, Kellyanne Conway and Cuomo. This particular fight over the opioid crisis eventually veered into fiery personal attacks.
He's breaking the back of the opioid crisis. Yesterday in
He's not breaking the back of the opioid crisis. It's terrible. We both know it is. It's spreading. You guys want to address it, and I respect that. I can't let you say things that aren't true. That's not what this show's about.
What are the stats?
That's Fox. You go to Fox for that.
Excuse me.
As you know, nobody works harder than we do to do this job. All right?
Who? You?
In this place, on my team, in this shop of CNN. We work very hard to tell people what is true and to test power.
But Chris,
nobody outworks us every day.
Okay,
I'm telling you
let me
this.
just have a word about that.
All I wanted to tell you was that you need to own the truth.
Most of the time.
I sound like a scold.
The truth.
You called me. I haven't been called Christopher since I was in kindergarten.
Wait a second.
You say it in a condescending fashion. I never say anything to you about it. Listen, we know what it is, and I'm saying that's your style. That's fine.
Number 2, Geraldo Rivera versus Bill O'Reilly. Geraldo Rivera is a 2-time champion of this list, and that's because in his decades on cable news, he engaged in a series of explosive fights.
My nightmare is my daughter's having anything to do with a person driving drunk. That's my nightmare. Okay. It could be a Jewish drunk. It could be a Polish drunk. It could be an Irish drunk. It could be an Italian drunk.
American
difference does it make?
It makes plenty of difference.
It does not.
He doesn't have a right to
be here. He didn't commit a felony.
He doesn't have a right to be in his country.
What? But that has nothing to do with the fact that he was drunk.
He should have been deported. He should have been deported, and this mayor and the police chief didn't deport him.
Listen. Do you know how many people we have in jail? How many of them are illegal aliens? Illegal aliens commit crimes at a lower rate than citizens do.
This guy shouldn't have been here.
Cool your jets. It has nothing to do with illegal aliens. It has to do with drunk driving. Don't obscure a tragedy to make a cheap political point.
I'm the father.
It is a cheap political point.
No, it isn't.
And you know
this is justice.
This has nothing to do with that poor old lady mayor. You want nothing to do with that mayor.
You want anarchy.
No,
you want open border anarchy.
What I want is fairness. We have lured these people. We have lured these people.
This is the
We have lured these people to this country with a promise of jobs in a country where there is basically full domestic employment.
Number 1, Jon Stewart versus Tucker Carlson. The exchange was so devastating that CNN canceled Crossfire and fired Carlson.
I think you're a good comedian. I think your lectures are boring. Let me ask you a question on the news.
No, this is theater. I mean, it's obvious. How old are you?
35.
And you wear a bow tie.
Yeah, I do.
To actually get politicians
really
off of their marketing and strategy. Yeah, it's someone who watches your show and cannot take it anymore. I just can't.
What's it like to have dinner with you? It must be excruciating. Do you lecture people like this? Or do you come over to their house and sit and lecture them and, they're not doing the right thing, that they're missing their opportunities, evading their responsibilities?
If I think they are.
Ugh. I wouldn't want to eat with you, man. That's horrible.
I know, and you won't. But in their mind, the ends justify the means.
I hate this show at all. I do think you're more fun on your show. Just my opinion.
But
Jon Stewart goes one-on-one with his fans.
You're as big on your show as you are on any show.
Well, there you have it. For more Moments in Media, go to Mediaite.com and subscribe to our YouTube page.